I.S.U.P.K.
This is the I.S.U.P.K. under commanding General Yohanna. We're right here teaching that according to the Bible and history that the black man is the real Jew. Yes, you black man in the West Indies, up in Central America, South America, all over the world, scattered. You are the real Jews. And in these last days, the Lord's waking up devout men that serve the Lord to wake you up to who you are, man. You ain't just Jamaican, you ain't just West Indian. And the Lord's waking us up to come out of religion. If you're a black man in the church, you're lost, man. If you're a black man in the mosque, you're lost. If you're a black man talking about Haley, whatever his name is, you're lost too, man. And God's commanding us that we gotta serve him. In the Bible it says, we are the holy people and that we should be his. Now, many of us, we in religions, why? Because us as black people, we want answers. If you're a black man in the church, what are you doing there? You want to answer. If you're a black man in the mosque, what are you doing there? You want to answer. And yet, none of those religions can provide the black man with an answer. You go to that pastor, yeah, pastor man, 400 years, my ancestors was whipped, had their backs beat. Why, pastor? And you want to know a fact, your pastor can't answer the question. You're a black man in the mosque, you actually shake, pastor, sorry, sheikh, slavery was evil, man. What happened? And your sheikh or your imam don't have the answer for you, black man. Which means what? Those two religions don't have an answer for you. But when you pick up the Bible and read, and you take away Christianity, you get the answer, you get the solution, and it's in the Bible, man. Give me Jeremiah 3:22. Read.
Return, ye backsliding children.
And listen to what God's saying. Return, O backsliding Israel. You're the Israelites, and God's saying return. If you're in the church, black man, you ain't returning. If you're in the mosque, you ain't returning, black man. If you're into Pan-Africanism, Rastafarianism, Egyptology, Nubianism, I can go on all day. You ain't returning, and God's saying return. So, how do you return? When you follow the laws of God. In the Bible it says, if you love me, keep my commandments. And that's how you return, oh backsliding Israelites. What does it mean to backslide? It means there's a way you're meant to be going, but you're going backwards. And ain't nobody backsliding like us, man. Us as a race of people, we're backsliding. We're backsliding in the church, backsliding in the mosque, backsliding to our heritage, our culture. And that's why the Bible says we are backsliding. Read.
And I will heal your backsliding. Behold, we come unto thee, for thou art the Lord our God.
So now the Bible saying the Lord is our God. A lot of you believe the Bible is for everybody. The God that's written of in that same Bible is for everybody, and you're wrong. The God of the Bible is only exclusive to one race of people, and that's the Israelites. The God of the Bible is only dealing with the nation of Israel, and that's in the Bible. Many times in the Bible it says, I am the God of Israel, and Israel is a race of people. Israel ain't no religion. Israel ain't people that have faith. Israel is a nationality and a race of people, and that's you, black man. You ain't just Jamaican, you ain't just Trinidadian, you ain't just West Indian. You are the real Israelites. You're the people that heard the voice of God and lived. You're the people that God parted that Red Sea for, man. You're the people that God gave a land and said it's yours if you keep my commandments. Read on.
And for shame hath devoured the labor of our father.
And their shame has devoured us. How has shame devoured black people? I'll give you an example. Black people have been in Christianity for 400 years, praying to a white Jesus, and still Europeans hate you, man. That's how your labours shame you. You think by serving their God, you're gonna be their best friends. You think inheriting what they do, that's gonna help you, and yet all you get is shame, man. We in the UK eating bacon sardines, man. We in the UK in the pub trying to be like our enemies, and shame has devoured us, man. The Windrush is shame, man. Your ancestors worked to build the NHS, came to England to help England, and then yet in the Windrush, they want all of you gone. All of a sudden, your passport they can't find, and you gotta leave. People that never been to the Caribbean in their life have to go back. People that was on holiday in the West Indies can't come back to England, and that's how shame has devoured us. We've been serving our enemies for 400 years, and know what we get is shame. All what you get is go back your wog, go back your gollywog. Yes, they used to call us that, man. We've been in the UK working hard, building the NHS. Do you want to know a fact? Many black people fought in World War I and in World War II, and no one even talks about them. On the Memorial Day, it ain't talking about the black soldiers. You are aware of that, right? Many soldiers that were from the West Indies fought in World War I and in World War II, and no one even mentions them. The reef and, you know what I mean, all about the reefs, and you know what I mean, we honor every soldier. You do want to know a fact? It doesn't mention none of the black soldiers. Many black soldiers died in World War I and in World War II, and the Queen ain't mentioning none of them. That reef that they put down ain't talking about none of them. And the memorial we have is on the Brixton High Street, where no one can see it, man. I mean, you will walk past it every day and think nothing of it, showing you what? The memorial in London on the High Street ain't for us. And the memorial we have, no one even cares about it. No one even walks to that and goes, you know what? I'm gonna honor the black soldiers that died, man, in World War I and in World War II. No one does that, showing you what? No one cares about you. They make you think you are a part of what's happening, and you're not, black man. When they make laws, it's for them. Everything is to benefit. Anything is to benefit the inhabitants of the land, but not you, man. But anyway, read on.
Truly in vain salvation hoped for from the hills.
Saying in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills. Meaning if you're a black man and you're trying to get saved, you're trying to seek an answer, it's vain from the hills. What do those hills represent? All these religions, man. All these ideologies, all these philosophies. And believe me, us as black people, we got lots of ideologies. We got lots of philosophies. You talk to every black man, I believe Rastafarianism with a bit of this. I believe in the Quran with a bit of this. I believe in this and that. We are the people that got tons of philosophies and ideologies, and God's saying it's vain. All of our opinions, all of what we think is right and how to serve God, all of it's vain, man. Read on.
And from the multitude of mountains, truly in the Lord our God is salvation.
And it says, in the Lord our God is salvation, meaning God don't care about what you think, man. God don't care about your philosophy, your opinion. Every time we're out here, there's always one person, I think you're doing good, but you should add this. God ain't asking you what you think, man. God's telling you what you're supposed to do, man. And God wants you to follow his laws, not come over here with some opinion. You know what I mean? I think you brothers are good, but you know, Selassie did this. Nah. We're not teaching none of that, man. We're teaching thus saith the Lord, thus what is in the Bible, man. And it says, truly in the Lord our God is salvation. Meaning if you're a black man and you want to be saved, leave the church, leave the mosque. In your God is salvation. And what does salvation mean? Does anybody know? A lot of you are going to be singing about salvation, and you don't even know what the word even means. A lot of you lot are gonna be in a church talking about salvation. So what does salvation even mean? And there you have it, no one knows. Salvation means to be free from harm. So Jesus Christ is making his return to save one nation from harm. And who is that nation? You, black man. You're gonna be free from harm, free from harassment, free from racial discrimination, free from drugs, free from black and black crime, man. You're the people that are getting salvation. Every nation don't need salvation. Every nation's fine, man. They know who they are, they know their heritage, they know their language. But there's one race of people that don't, and that's you, black man. We call ourselves black. Black is a color. Black doesn't determine your ethnicity. Black doesn't determine your nationality. Black is a color. I'm Afro, what did they say? Afro, West Indian, Caribbean. Afro's a hairstyle, man. Afro can't determine your race, your ethnicity. And Christ is coming to save those people that don't know who they are. All throughout the Bible it says, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Why did Christ have to say lost? Because we are lost, calling ourselves West Indian. West is a direction, man. How can West be your race? It's like saying, well, you know what I mean? What's your race? I'm Southeast, you know what I mean? Like, that don't make no sense. So Christ said he's coming to save the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And ain't nobody lost like black people. Everyone knows who they are, whether you're Irish, Scottish, Romanian, Yugoslavian. Everyone knows the history, but there's one race of people that don't, and that's us, man. But read on.
The salvation is for Israel.
Who?
Israel.
Who is salvation for?
Israel.
And there you have it, salvation for Israel. A nation being free from harm is only for Israel. And who's Israel? You, black man. You know what I mean? We do classes 3 times a week. The Bible, history, whatever you want to ask, we will answer it, man. I can show you in history that we are the real Jews. We migrated to the west coast of Africa, and those people that was rounded up and sent to the West Indies, those people were Africans, those people were Jews living in Africa, and we got history to back all of that up. We don't just read the Bible, we read history, and we can show you, man. At the UPK, we do classes 3 times a week. Matter of fact, on a Monday, it's a history class, and we can prove that with no shadow of a doubt. We are the real Jews, not just in the Bible, but also in secular history, scholars, people that did history on the west coast of Africa. And they will tell you that the people that was rounded up and enslaved and shipped into the West Indies, those people were Africans. Those people were Israelites living in West Africa, man. We can prove that to you, man. There's many scholars that can vouch for it. You know what I mean? We do classes in the UPK 3 times a week. You mean? We got flyers right here, man. Come to the place, 394 Lodge Road in Hockley, man. You know what I mean? B19 5PW, man. And you're gonna learn your nationality. You're going to learn your nationality. You ain't gonna be a black man calling yourself West Indian no more once you join the UPK. You ain't gonna be a man calling yourself Afro-Caribbean, naming yourself after a hairstyle once you come into the UPK and you learn who you are. According to the Bible and history, the black man is an Israelite, a son of Israel, man. And what does the word Israel mean? You are a prince of the power, man. Your forefather Israel wrestled with the angel, and the angel's like, rah, this man's tough, man. I'm gonna call your name Israel because you are a prince of the power. You wrestled with God, man, you know what I mean? And that's how your forefather got his name. You are the Israelites. You are the sons of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And when Christ returns, he's saving you only, man. Read on.
For shame hath devoured our labor of our fathers, and our youth, the flock, and their herds.
And their herds. So what's God talking about? We've been serving other gods. The black man has been in the church for over 400 years. The black man's been following Islam for over 60 years. And what do we get out of it? Shame. You join the mosque and what happens? They're in the mosque calling you kala, calling you shitty, but I thought Islam's for everybody. but yet in the mosque you're racially abusing me. So what does that mean? We get shamed for our labors, man. There's many of us talking about we should join Islam, but yet in that same mosque they're calling you color. What does that mean? Would anyone like to answer that? If you can't, I'll answer it for you. It's an offensive word for saying black, and yet many black people love Islam, follow Islam, but yet the people of that same religion, they call you a color, call you a shitty, but I thought in religion, no one sees color, no one sees race, but yet in that same religion, we get abused racially, and that's shame right there, man. We follow Christianity for over 400 years, yet in England, many Europeans follow that same religion. And in the 60s, what was the name for someone that was dark like me? They called us a wag, which is an offensive word for a black man. But yet, we've been following these religions 400 years, and that's why the Bible says, shame has covered us, man. You give your life to these religions, I know you get shame, everyone hates you. The people of those religions, they hate your guts, man. Read it again, the part on shame.
For shame hath devoured our labor.
And shame has devoured our labor. No, so meaning, we're in these religions laboring, helping to fight their cause. I know what we get shame. Do you want to know a fact? If you're a black man helping a religion, you're helping the cause of somebody else. If you're a black man in any religion, you're helping that race. So here's a question for you. What is gonna help your cause, black man? What's gonna help the black community? What religion is gonna help you? Help the mother who has no man in the house? Help getting drugs out of your area? Help the gang crime? Help the knife crime? What religion is gonna help your cause? If you're in the mosque, you're helping Arabs' causes. If you're in the church, you're helping the European cause. But what's gonna help your cause? And that's the problem. When we join their religions, you're helping them. But what's gonna help you, man? You wanna know what's gonna help you? Knowing who you are. Knowing that you're an Israelite, and that in the Bible has laws, statutes, and commandments. And if every black man was to live it, the black community will be drug-free, man. The black community will be crime-free. If you were to serve the Lord, the black community will be gang-free. The black community will have families. Yes, I said it. Families with a mom and dad in the same house, man. Not your dad just visiting you on the weekend because he can't stand your mom's big mouth, man. You know what I mean? We will solve all of that if it was to serve the Lord and help our cause, man. Read on.
And shame has devoured our fathers from our youth, and their flocks and their herds, their sons and their daughters. We lie down in our shame. And
we do what?
Lie down in our shame.
And that's the problem. We're serving everyone's religion. We lie down in our shame, man. A black man's been in the church 400 years, singing to Jesus 400 years, serving the Europeans' God 400 years, man. Everyone says, well, that's for everyone. How is it for everyone? When you're in the church and what do you see? European Christ, European angels, Isaiah, European looking, Ezekiel, European looking. That's their God, that's their religion. You join any religion, it's about their people. The Quran talks about Muhammad, the Middle East, Mecca. Why? Because it's for his people. That's why. So here's the question, what about your people, man? What's gonna uplift your people? You can't uplift your race of people and you're idolizing another race of people. I can't look up to myself and go, you know what, I'm great. And I'm following the religion of someone else and it helps uplift them. It doesn't make any sense. How is black people gonna lift? How are black people gonna uplift themselves if you're in a church worshiping Europeans? How are you gonna uplift yourself following Arabs? It don't make no sense. But that same Bible, when you read it, many men in the Bible was black. Jeremiah, it says, I am black. In the same Bible, Job says he's black. And many times in the Bible, it describes the Israelites as being black. You wanna know what? Forget the Bible. Research history. Research Jew archaeology, Jews were black and had afros. That's a fact. Read books on Jews in ancient Israel, Werner Keller, read that book. And on many stones, Jews were black, man, had noses bigger than mine, man. Had noses bigger than this brother combined, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's history. Forget the Bible, do the archaeology, do the research, and the Jews were black. It's not some racist agenda of the UPK. It's just history and fact, man. Read on.
Sorry. And our confusion covers us.
And that's another problem, confused. Us as a race of people, we don't know what to do, man. Us as black people, we want to find God, and what happens? We join the church, thinking God's in there, and God ain't in no church, man. I said it. God ain't in no church. If you're a black man searching for God, church ain't the answer, man. You go in that church, and what do you see? Homosexuality. Everyone in the choir got the bent wrist, snapping neck. Men singing like Mariah Carey, man. You know what I mean? That's not a place that I want to be. Do you want to know a fact? The Church of England funded slavery. The Church of England itself had over 800 slaves, and they used to brand the slaves CE, representing Church of England. Then what's next? As a black man, we're searching. We joined the mosque, and you want to know a fact? Arabs enslaved black people for 1,000 years. Trans-Saharan slave trade. Yes, research it. They took black people to Mecca and sold them as slaves, and that's history. There's a book called Sub-Saharan Africa, and it's written by a top sheikh, and it says that it goes, many people try to deny the fact that many people that follow Islam had black people as slaves for over 1,000 years. Do you want to know a fact? They even enslave Africans now. In West Africa, Mauritania, Morocco, they still enslave people right now, and they sell them as slaves in Mecca. When they do Hajj, they take slaves with them too. So as a black man, we ain't got no business in no mosque when under the banner of that same religion, they're saying we're nothing. It's fine to enslave people that look just like me. So why would we do it? So we are confused, searching for identity, searching for who we are, man. And guess what? If you want to find God, you ain't gonna find it in none of those religions. We think if we serve one of those religions, we're gonna find God, and no, we don't. Where's your God, black man? Where's your God that, you know what I mean, looks like you? Where's your God and the men of that record look just like you, man? Where is it? It surely ain't in them ideologies. But read on. Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you are a black man like me. And it works something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.